Hello everyone, this is Mr. Zangin. In today's lesson, we are going to go over solving quadratic equations by using graphing calculator. All right, let's start. I have two examples for you, and here are the procedures that we're going to follow. But first, let me talk about the standard form, because that is our first step. We need to make sure that our equations are written in standard form before we use graphing calculator. All right. So when you look at this standard form format, like everything is on the left-hand side and the right-hand side is 0. So we must have 0 on the right-hand side and all numbers, the quadratic term, the linear term, and the constant term is on the left-hand side. Okay. So, and we call that standard form. So when you look at the number 1, example 1, and every number is on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the equation symbol is 0. So step 1 is checked for the example 1. So now step 2 says identify A, B, C values. So let's figure them out. A is how many x squared that we have. So what is the number in front of x squared? Is 1. So make sure you're not writing the variable. It's just the number, the coefficient numbers. And B is the linear term. How many x's that we have? It is -5, including the negative sign. Don't forget that, -5. C is the constant number, is the last number that does not have the variable. So it is -6. Okay, I found all three values. Now we are ready to solve it by using calculator. Let's do it. First, we need to open a calculator. Click on menu, algebra, and number 3, polynomial tools. And we are looking for the solutions, and solutions are equal to roots. We are looking for the roots, okay? So click on number 1, find roots. Keep the degree as 2 because these are quadratic equations and the degree is 2. Now it is asking me to enter 3 numbers. These numbers are A, B, C values, okay? The first number is the A value. How many x squared that we have? In this example, we have 1. How many x's that we have? It's -5. And the last number is -6. Click on OK. Now we need to confirm the equation is being written correctly. X squared minus 5x minus 6, it is correct. So if it is not, you can click and you can fix it. If there is a sign mistake, just click anywhere and then fix it. And the last step is going to be press enter. That's it. We solved the quadratic equation. The x equals, we have two x values, x equals -1 and x equals 6. All right, I have one more example. Example 2 is also a region question in New York, Algebra 1 region exam question. Let's do it. So this equation is not in standard form. As you can see, the right-hand side is not 0. So we have to write it in standard form first before we use graphing calculator. So this 7, I have to get rid of it. We can get rid of this 7 by using inverse operations. It is positive number, so that we could do opposite, which is subtraction. So we can subtract 7 from both sides. So let's bring the equal sign down. 7 minus 7 is 0. And then the left-hand side, since we don't have any like terms, we have to write all of them. 4x squared minus 12x minus 7. There's no like term, so I cannot combine them. So here is our new quadratic equation, and it is in standard form now. Step 2 says identify the A, B, C values. Let's do that. A equals 4, B equals -12, and C equals -7. Now, let's use the calculator to solve. click on Menu, Algebra, Polynomial Tools, and find the roots. Keep the degree as 2. Let's enter those values: 4, -12, and -7. Press OK. Confirm the equation is being written correctly. It is correct. Press Enter. Okay, that's it. We solved it. And our first answer is going to be x equals -1/2 and x equals 7/2. This is Mrs. Zengin. See you guys on the next lesson.